In this book, you talk about something called experience engineering. What is this, and what role does it play in providing this effective customer service experience?
So the book, The Effortless Experience, is the result of a 5-year journey that we've been on. And in year 1 of that journey, when we first began to understand the absolutely critical link between low effort service and high customer loyalty, our first thought, and the first thought of virtually every company who was part of that initial research, was we've got to fix effort in a way that we would kind of think of it as exertion. We've got to try to figure out what we are making customers do and make them do fewer things, and we have to think about how hard those things are to do and make them easier. So it only makes sense that if you're going to try to reduce customer effort, you'd start by reducing the do side of effort. What customers have to do, how many things they have to do, and how hard those things are to do. But what we've learned over time in subsequent follow-on research is that the do side of effort is actually only 1/3 of how customers perceive customer effort. In fact, the other 2/3 is the feel side, how the whole experience makes them feel. So think about the do part of effort is more like physical effort, but the feel side of effort is more like mental effort. And that's actually twice as powerfully important as the physical effort. The idea of experience engineering is using words and using the interaction that a live service rep has with a customer to reduce the amount of mental effort required to resolve an issue. And there's a whole variety of different ideas and techniques and practices that are all about helping to control the mental effort side of customer effort. Let me just give you one simple example. This is something I think we can all relate to. You call some company you do business with, and the first thing that happens is a computer voice, an IVR, interactive voice response message comes on saying, please put in your 16-digit account number. So you punch in your 16 digits, boop, 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 and then finally a live agent comes on. And what's the first question that live agent always asks you? Can you please tell me your 16-digit account number? And you're like, I just punched it into the system. So even though there's no way you can change the physical outcome, because the company has to ask you for your account number in order to verify that you are who you say you are, what if that rep said to you, hey, my name's Stan. I don't know why it'd be Stan, but hey, I'm Stan, and I know you just put your number into the system, but do you mind repeating it just for your own security? The same exact thing would happen, but the customer wouldn't feel like that's additional effort. They'd feel like they were doing something that was a benefit to them. So the point is, there's a wide variety of ideas and techniques that are all about how to explain things to customers so that it feels like everything that's being done is really for their benefit and not just because the company's trying to give you some runaround or asking you to duplicate your own efforts. So that's the idea of experience engineering, changing the way an experience feels even when you can't change the number of things a customer has to do or how difficult those things are to do. Another example would be if a customer has to go through a pretty complex series of steps in order to resolve an issue. If the customer service rep said, hey, look, I know the thing that we're going to do together is going to require a couple of different steps, and this can be kind of a pain, but we've figured out, based on the experience of dealing with other customers just like you, the fastest and easiest way to do those things. And if you don't mind, I'd like to guide you through that process right now. The customer still ends up having to do the same number of things, but it feels like so much less effort. And so thinking about reducing exertion, or the do side of effort, is important, but this whole feel side is virtually untapped by most companies. And as we said, it actually has twice as much impact on the way customers experience effort. And again, the way customers experience effort following a service interaction is the best proxy or the best predictor of their future loyalty. And so everything you can do that makes an experience both become less effort and also feel like less effort plays directly into mitigating potential disloyalty.